In this video, we're going to be taking a look at this 85mm portrait lens for the L mount. I keep reaching into my bag for this lens because there's something about it that I absolutely love. I recently took a vacation, a cruise to Italy, where we went to Rome and Venice, and we even went over to Dubrovnik and Split in Croatia, and I kept reaching for this bad boy. We do have a ton of sample footage, so before I waste any more time talking about it, let's just take a look at it. And this lens happens to be the Meike, I don't know how you say it, M-E-I-K-E. Either way, we'll call it the Meike lens. This thing goes for about 200 bucks right now on Amazon, and if you happen to catch a sale, you can get it for as low as 175, at least at the recording of this video. It's got an okay quality to it. Like, it feels a little kind of cheapy, to be honest. It's got some decent weight. I think it's about 400, just above 400 grams. Something like that. The barrel's pretty sturdy. It does not feel like it's going to break. It just doesn't feel like it's made out of like premium materials, so to speak. It does have the options for autofocus or manual focus, little switch on the side, which is pretty typical. I had a weird situation with this lens cap when I first got it. I think it actually spins backwards. I'm not sure. There, that's what it is. Yeah, it tightens. It tightens to the left, which is kind of weird to me. As far as the glass goes, there is some issues with, I found it has a tendency to go crazy with flaring. So you definitely want to use a matte box or something like that to control that factor with this lens. Personally, it can look cool though, if that's what you're going for. If you do want something that has like a real soft looking, you know, light leak kind of thing, then sure, go for it. But just be aware that you will have to control that with this lens. It does tend to flare like crazy at very surprising angles as well. As far as the autofocus is concerned, I haven't found any problems with this. If you have a camera like the S5 II and it's doing the face and the eye tracking, it hangs perfectly fine. The only time that this thing seems to struggle that I found was when it's in extremely low light conditions, which almost any autofocus system is going to start to fail. As we all know, when you're in extremely low light, it hunts and it bobs and it just totally falls apart and it blows. When you switch into manual focus, it works exactly as you would suspect it to. It's actually got a nice smooth ring. There's nothing that I can really complain about other than the fact that it's plastic and it doesn't have like that nicer premium soft feel, but for less than half of what you would pay for like a Sigma or a Panasonic lens, you know, you get what you pay for. And you know, this little sucker kind of slaps. I really am impressed with the image quality. There's some sort of I don't know what it is. It just has like a really nice kind of filmic cinematic. I don't know if it's the colors or like a softness to it. It doesn't get super sharp. So there's like a little bit of an imperfection thing going on that I actually really enjoy. I really liked shooting the landscapes with this thing. For the compression that you get when you're using a really long lens. I mean, it's not that long, it's just 85mm, but it really helps bring the background in nice and close to your subjects. And I just kept going for it. I don't really know what it is about this lens that I really like that much. As far as updating the firmware on this thing, I don't think I'm ever gonna even do it because it seems like it's got a really dated USB, mini USB there, which I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm not gonna dig through like all my bags of shit to find one of those ancient cables to update the firmware on this lens. It's just not gonna happen. I did own a couple more lenses from the same manufacturer. They were actually Micro Four Thirds lenses. and they were cinema lenses. I was really impressed with the build of those and the quality of those lenses. That's why I looked into this guy, and I'm really thoroughly pretty pleased with it. So if you are in the market for a budget portrait lens and you don't really know where to start, or you thought that this guy might be too cheap, I would think again and definitely consider it. It's an awesome option to throw in your camera bag. It's not too huge. You can take it on vacation. You can take it to the fucking wherever you shoot videos. I don't care. I don't know where you shoot videos. You can take it for weddings, for fucking funerals, for I don't know what you would be shooting a funeral for, but you could do that too if you really wanted to. How long can you talk about a lens for, really? Like, let's be honest, it's a fucking $200 lens. What else can I say about it? Leave a comment. Let me know if you also have this lens, what you think about it, or if you think there's any other budget options that might be comparable. And if you dug the video, please consider liking, subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.